Ready. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here in Division A West with CM After Dark versus Cool Cats and Kittens. And I'm going to go ahead and start our prediction while I introduce the teams. Falstead is going to be going Frequent Flyer at level 1. So the prediction is how many of these stacks will he have by the end of the game? 50 or more, 49 or less, get your gambles in. On the left-hand side, we have CM After Dark. We got Tiger on the Hogger, Punisher on the Anduin, Wanus on the Li Ming, Yonners on the Falstead, and Isex on the Diablo. Over on the side of Cool Cats and Kittens, we have got Beowulf on the Hanzo, Pushover on the Vala, Libidim on the Rhaegar, Crazy on the Dahaka, and Horvath, I think, on the Garrosh. I wish I was home to pull up the VOD to cheat the prediction. I think you owe us a Prime Gaming now. Love, did you know that if you have Amazon Prime, you have Prime Gaming, and you can use your Prime on one stream every single month and support your favorite streamer? Like me, Bandit Gaming. Wait, Bahamut Gaming. You're mostly supporting Bandit. Wait, no doubters? No doubters on 49 or less? Where's the gambles? What happened to the gamblers? What happened to our believers and doubters? Iron Flare redeemed Cool Hammet. Okay, all right. Okay. Easy enough. I'll just put these glasses over here. Can I please put these glasses somewhere? Alrighty. Well, there we go. Thank you, someone, for doubting. I appreciate it. As I said yesterday, if a prediction wins and there's no points in that prediction, Jeff Bezos actually gets money. And we don't want to actively give Jeff Bezos money. Oh, shit. Okay, because we're tangent heavy always on the stream. I was on Reddit this morning, and I was like scrolling through popular or whatever, and there's an Elden Ring subreddit, of course. And someone did an Elden Ring, because like in Reddit you can have like albums, so you can like scroll, like you can like slide through a bunch of different images. So someone had an Elden Ring like, hey, all of these actresses and actors would be really good for an Elden Ring movie. And then the last one was Jeff Bezos, and then a photo of the Dung Eater. And I don't know why, but I just started howling and cackling. So there you go. That's the little Reddit story I have for all of you. I thought, because it was like all of these like beautiful actresses that would play like all of the maidens and stuff from Elden Ring, and then the last image is Jeff Bezos and then a photo of the Dung Eater, and I'm like, oh, Jeff Bezos is the Dung Eater. That's just too good. Anyways, thank you all for hanging out here, and let's go ahead and continue casting what is happening here on Garden of Terror. Map number 1 in our third best of 3 of the day here in Division A West of CM After Dark versus Cool Cats and Kittens. First objective phase on the bottom right of our map in favor of the position of Cool Cats and Kittens, but CM After Dark, they might want to invade this. Weenus with a little combo towards the mid lane. I'm going to pull away the talents really quickly just so we can, oops, sorry about that, so we can see everything a little bit better. Beowulf getting pushed around by Ice. Still a little poke out from the Hanzo here and there. I do believe he went into auto attacks at level 1. He did. Leap of Faith. It's a Kaimo cleanse. That's Falstad going down. First blood over to the side of Cool Cats and Kittens. Diablo. Oh, what a great cleanse. What a perfectly timed cleanse just to mitigate the Diablo shadow charge value. Want to point out the cleanse window I think is what, 1 second? Half a second. You're unstoppable for half a second. That timing is imperative. The Rhaegar player, very good on that. Little Groundbreaker from Garrosh to zone back. Did he go Warbreaker at 1? Indeed he did. Okay. Hanzo's still working through. Falstead at 6 stacks currently. This might be a kill onto Dahaka. Rhaegar has rotated up, so no, it won't be. He gets a little chain heal. Siege Giant still being pressed into the fort front gate, and Dahaka missed the drag right there. Look at the Garrosh right below us. He's looking for the Groundbreaker. He's going to look for the toss. Toss Groundbreaker onto Tiger, who does get the bounce off the wall. He's safe. Yonners with a couple extra just autos out. We will be seeing that 7 talent here from both sides, and it is going to be full auto build for the Falstad. Pretty predictable with that level 1. My apologies. Vala does get picked off in the mid lane by the Diablo. Ice setting up that kill, and Vala should be dead for the next 13 seconds. That is going to be a good timing for CM After Dark. The assumption is they get this objective.
ready for gathering. I suggest.
Wow, that cleanse, what a sexy healer. Yeah, I don't know who they are. Really sexy healer. I like, instead of being like, oh man, clutch healer, good mechanical skills, sexy healer. Sexy healer is what we're going with. Okay, all right, today I learned. Now I know what to call, people in the Heroes International this weekend. Oh my god, the Brightwing phase shift. What a sexy healer. Could you imagine? Maybe we slip that one into the weekend. I honestly, I loved the chat challenges for CCL. Like, oh yeah, this weekend just put in a bunch of Darkest Dungeon quotes. That was so much fun. Either Grubby and Justin didn't catch on, or they just didn't care what I was doing. Stupid sexy healer. I was gonna try and make that into an alert. I don't know what alert I was gonna make, but I was literally gonna make a sexy Flanders alert. Dahaka brush talking in, cleanse from the Rhaegar once again. This time on Davala. Big bounce from the Hogger through the enemy team. He's not going to end up where he really wants, but I will point out the camp isn't finished out just yet. Falstad does grab that on the left side of our screen, and it seems like CM After Dark will be able to grab this next objective. Though I want to point out 10 talent tiers right on the horizon for the members of Cool Cats and Kittens. Maybe they contest. Weenus going for the channel. Scatter eaten by ice. Is there another way to interrupt? Yes, with the Sonic Arrow. Really good damage onto Diablo and Li Ming as the stray from Vala continually pushes. Oh, the drag onto Punisher does not connect. Scat. What? Wow. Anduin goes down to the scatter of Hanzo. Nice play from Beowulf right there. All three of you were really good at humoring each other, so you knew that you would have some. What I loved is when I kept like throwing bird facts at Justin, he looked up a bunch in between one of the breaks and he had so many. God, I loved casting with McIntyre. I learned a ton from casting with Doa. Honest to God, I think the best trio in CCL ever was Grubby, Justin, and myself. That's my personal 2 cents. Shit, I remember when Not Paradox and I casted the first 2 seasons of Celebrity Clash League. That was a blast. That was super stressful because it was like Jules was doing all of the OBS side of stuff. Like, she was doing all the production and like running the actual broadcast. I was doing all the observing and all of the admin work. And Paradox was like, I literally would just be like, oh, Paradox, can you talk about the game? And then I'd be sitting there like scrambling to get like, who wants first pick? Who wants map pick? What map are we going to? Setting up the lobby. Like, oh my God, dude, it was the Celebrity Clash League iterations. They were fun, but they were hard work, man. Did you know that most birds have beaks? Get out of here. What? Holy Word Salvation eats the eats the entirety of that Dragon Strike from the so is the Owen Wilson WoW comes through. Thank you, Iron Flare. We have the Falstad barrel rolling forward, looking for kill after kill. Li Ming getting reset city over here, and it's gonna be 2 out of 3 skeletal defenders. 2 out of 3 of these seeds to the side of CM After Dark. I was actually, I saw some Raven versus Crow facts last night. It's, I believe, if I have it correct, Ravens travel in pairs, whereas Crows travel in groups, a murder, if you will. And then also, it's the noise. Like, Crows literally make a crowing noise, and Ravens make kind of like... It's, like, the way they spelled it was G-R-O-N-K. And I read that and I was like, yeah, that's how the Ravens sound. Because we have a ton of Ravens and Crows in Tahoe and I never know the difference. But I think Ravens are also slightly larger than Crows too. Or like they are larger than Crows. There you go, bird facts on stream. Oh wait, there was that one day when we did C-Facts and it was C-CL. That was a fun day too. God, I wanted season 5 so fucking bad, man. What are we gonna do? Who's the most knowledgeable caster you've worked with? Most knowledgeable caster. I think it'd be Grubby. I think it'd be Grubby. Like, Justing's analytics and breakdown and the way he looks at drafts are absolutely, like, 200 IQ, and, like, the dude knows so much. But I would say Grubby, like, Justing is a very close second. Grubby is probably the number one because of just the way that he looks at the game is just, it's, I wish I could, like, go in his brain and come back out just to understand it. The way that he looks at the game, the way that he analyzes things, I mean, the way that he can literally call, like, okay, this right here in mid lane will get X% of the fort. This in top lane will get this. Like, the way he can look at things, it just, it always astonished me. Even when we be casting, I was still just, like, blown away by the way that he can look at a game and already understand, like, the next 30 seconds of the future. That, I think, is probably the coolest factor. Yeah, it's the way that he looks at the game. For the first time in my life, I'm wondering whether there are birds without beaks. Time to start Googling. Let us know if you find any. But yeah, I would say Grubby is probably the most knowledgeable caster I've ever worked with. Justing's a hard second. Like an easy second. McIntyre's definitely up there. Doa I learned a lot about hosting. Doa's knowledge in hosting and stuff like that was so good for me. Fantastic ancestor healing onto pushover on the Vala, who pops the strafe, gets the counter kill onto the Hogger. I wouldn't be a counter kill, gets the kill onto Hogger. I think one of the people that I would love to cast with in my life is I'd love to work with Golden Boy on something, and I'd love to cast something with Captain Flowers. Captain Flowers is probably one of my favorite. I don't like League. I don't like watching League at all. I'll watch League if Captain Flowers is casting. There's something about the way that he presents information and talks. It's just, it blows me away. Who's the best play-by-play after yourself? Of course. Oh God. I don't know the answer to that one, honestly. I don't know if I'd put myself up there. I think Casanova's a fantastic play-by-play caster. Yeah, I'd say Casanova's probably really up there when it comes to casting. Crowan's a really good analyst, but I know Crowan's not the biggest fan of play-by-play. He'll do it, but he prefers to do a lot of more analytics. I'd say Casanova. Casanova definitely, yeah. Hey Cap, what's up?
A seed is sprouting. The anticipation.
You always love Kala's play-by-play? Kala had some really good play-by-play, absolutely, I would agree. Groundbreaker from Garrosh, little toss out onto ice as well. Little spin out from the Hogger on top of that. We do have the Chastise connecting. Ancestor healing onto pushover. Wait, brush talk in from Dahaka. He goes in for the drag, doesn't connect. Little leap of faith as well, just to make sure that if the drag did connect, it would pull away. There's another Holy Word Salvation from the Anduin, which is going to give a little bit of healing. It is going to be a 30% heal. Big Apocalypse from the Diablo as the Garrosh does go down. We have a lot of damage once again onto Li Ming, or excuse me, from Li Ming onto Vala. Li Ming getting another reset. That's Venus popping off right here, trying to find a third. It still is going to be the reset, another combo. It's a quadra kill to the side of CM After Dark, and the assumption is that they'll get the seed and they'll be able to continue to pressure these lanes. Now, camp over here on the left-hand side wouldn't be a bad call. What are the camp timers on the top right? So there's nothing really to grab on the top right, but Venus and Hogger are going to push up their respective lanes. Who brought the most energy to CCL? I'd say all of us. I'd say all of us. There was days when, you know, I was like super energetic and Grubby was playing off of my energy, and there was days when like I was having a rough day and I was playing off of Grubby's energy. Same thing. I mean, Justing too. Like, we've all had days when we finish the broadcast and we go into post-mort, and we all be like, I'll have days where I'm just like, I felt like I was awful today. And it's not like I'm sitting there trying to seek validation for my skill or anything like that. It's just you're hypercritical of these things you do because it's your job. So like I'm hypercritical of like, did I have a good top of show? Did I flub the sponsor call out? Like all these things you're always thinking about. And then at the end of the show, you know, sometimes you just feel like you didn't do a good job. So we've all had those days. Like Grubby's had those days where he's like, oh, I didn't feel like I was on point, but you know, Baha, you had the energy. Or, you know, it'd be like, Justin was like, oh, I didn't feel like I was doing too well, but joking around helped out. So it was a balance. Like, everyone helped everybody. That's the biggest thing, is I think there was some days when some of us struggled and the others kind of kicked it up just to kind of bring that level back.
It is time. What must be done.
Combo into the Rhaegar, who's just trying to get the channel. Another arrow from Hanzo. No Holy Word Salvation this time. Diablo looking for the channel over here on the bottom left of our screen. And with 20 talents here, it seems like the members of Cool Cats and Kittens will back away. I feel like that after some classes, and then I hear it was monitored. Oh, like, yeah, and the coach will say it was good, it's 2 things to improve. Exactly, yeah. You will always be more hypercritical of yourself than, I think, anyone. Like, there's gonna be people that, like, shit-talk you, they'll go on Reddit and say how bad of a caster you are, all that kind of stuff. All of that's gonna exist, but, like, you will still be harder on yourself than all those people who are being assholes on the internet. I guarantee it. But I also think that's a good and bad thing at the same time. Being hypercritical is also a good way to make sure that you're growing, thriving, learning, but it also can be a detriment if you can, you know, give yourself imposter syndrome and stuff like that. Is there no next season of CCL? No, there is not. CCL Season 5 was not announced. They announced the end of CCL. I believe exclamation CCL might be the command still. I might have deleted it when I got depressed. I'm not 100% sure. Facts, I am my worst critic. As I said, there was days when CCL ended and I just sat there and I just felt awful. And I know I didn't have a bad cast, it's just I was so in my own brain about it. Beowulf getting the Ancestor healing. Falstad just trying to throw out a little damage. We do have the Farseer's Blessing, so you will see that second proc of the Ancestral. Diablo pushing around. The Garrosh, who is able to get away from the Hellgate. We do have a Wind Tunnel that is pushing back the Vala, and her Infinite Strafe will expire. Who's the easiest to get laughing by others by situation or by themselves? I think I have an okay sense of humor, so, like, Grubby and Justing, you know, like, I'd say, like, Justing was probably the hardest to get to laugh, not because, like, he didn't find me funny, but he wouldn't, like, he's not, like, a laugh out loud kind of guy. Like, he's the kind of guy who, like, he'll maybe giggle at a thing or two, but to, like, actually get him to, like, really start laughing, I think that was kind of difficult. That was always a little bit of a challenge. Grubby also, like, he just knew how to play it. Like, he knew how to yes and I think that's a big part too. Grubby definitely knew how to yes and a lot of weird things. Like, you know, I'd introduce the teams and be like, Grubby, what's your favorite sandwich? And I'd catch him off guard and he'd, like, giggle about it. That's the kind of stuff that I always like doing, but I'd say Grubby was easier, but you know, we had 4 seasons of rapport. Like, we knew how to kind of play off each other, so there's also that factor. Nice fly-in from Yanners right there to solidify the kill into Vala. Wind Tunnel to try and push someone. I think it was actually onto Beowulf. I think Beowulf, they were trying to push Beowulf right over here. But another Sapper over to the side of CM After Dark. They're looking strong here in map number 1 in our 3rd best of 3 of the day. Dear Grubby, how many potato matchers do you own? I bet he doesn't own a single one, and he uses a hand whisk like a proper human being. Ancestor healing will come out. Man, we are just off topic, but it is going to be a quadra kill. The Garden Terror on core. Holy Word Salvation. The core shielding has fallen. The core HP is going down. The mid lane keep will fall. 2 terrors on the core. The Nexus forces take that kill. And ladies and gentlemen, map number 1 will go over to the side of CM After Dark. GG. Well played. Hand whisk to mashed potatoes. Yes, we've talked about this, chat. It's not that crazy of a thing. It's not that crazy. You boil the potatoes, you drain the water, you take a whisk, and you just fucking go at it, man. Add in some milk, add in some butter, keep going at it. Whisk that bad boy up till it's nice and fluffy, or I guess just doesn't have any chunks left in it. Serve, serve, enjoy. Hand whisk like a peasant. Shush! Cappeach and I played Smash or Pass at dorms, but Blizz didn't want us to... Oh yeah, I don't think Blizzard would like that one. Justin's humor came through with the Please Try This at Home videos. Oh, yeah. But also, I mean, that was also a product of, like, me trying to pull him out of his shell a little bit. Because Justin, like, he's not like an introverted person by any means. But also, like, I don't think, like, him joking around and doing these weird compositions and stuff for, like, YouTube, I think that was also, like, a new concept for him. So, like, yeah, getting Justin out of his shell a little bit was, it wasn't, like, hard. It wasn't easy, but yeah. Toss in some heavy cream. I grew up in a household where we used butter and milk. Butter, milk, and salt. Butter, milk, salt, and potatoes.
I did something today.
They say this cat Baha is one bad mother. Shut your mouth. But I'm talking about Baha. Then we can dig it.
Is that a quote from Undercover Brother? Is that an Undercover Brother quote? Tom, thank you for the 100 bits. I was expecting a racer if you wanted smooth, or a masher if you wanted to keep the rustic. No, dude, Iron Flare, dude, you get a whiskey, you just fucking go at it, man. Do I have to make you all mashed potatoes one day? Are we getting to a point where we're figuring out our next cooking stream and it's mashed potatoes? I grew up on potatoes with salt, pepper, butter, and masher. No need for ultra smooth. We do butter, milk, salt, and heavy cream. That my parents might do heavy cream now, but not. I don't know. Honestly, that's how I do my potatoes. I cut them up into decent sized like chunks, boil them for 45 or so on high, and then turn it down a little bit, and so it has the royal boil sort of deal, so it doesn't boil over, and then drain it, sit there with a whisk, go at it, add butter, go at it, a little bit of milk, go at it, done. At that point, do a Thanksgiving dinner. I don't like turkey. Well, not that I don't like turkey, I don't care for turkey. Turkey is like a whatever meat for me. I'm gonna make mashed potatoes in the immersion blender. Shit's gonna be full-ass liquid. What about the garlic and mashed potatoes? Oh, dude, garlic and mashed potatoes is fantastic, absolutely. We did butter and salt only. I think you need the milk to really kind of get that, like, that creaminess of it. I know my buddy and I talked about this. I know he left earlier, but my buddy and I talked about this. He grew up in a household where they use sour cream instead of milk. And I've tried it with sour cream because I ran out of milk and I forgot that I didn't have any, and I was making mashed potatoes, so I used sour cream. It's a different texture. It's a different texture for sure. I think milk makes, I think a little bit of milk. All right, next map. Oh shit, I didn't look at the Falstead stacks. Oopsie poopsie. All right, we have to load things back up so I can look at the Falstead stacks because I did not look. Give me a sec. I gotta look at this. Put hard cheese into mashed potatoes? What, like a block of what's the word I'm looking for? Like a block of cheddar or something like that? Lots of butter. Oh, always like Mers, like butter in the mashed potatoes, and then you serve them and you put more butter on top. Always. Should try a few drops of lemon juice and a dash of curry. Okay, that's not. I can try that. Do you ever make twice baked potatoes? No, not really. Not really. Put hard cheese into mashed potatoes. Yeah, like do you put like a hunk of cheddar? I want to know what this block of cheese is. More like grated hard cheese, which melts into the hot mashed potatoes. I could go for some cheesy potatoes for sure. I love cheesy potatoes. I love cheese in general, let's be honest. If you don't put a few dashes of nutmeg in your mashed potatoes, you're wrong. I don't know about nutmeg. I don't know about nutmeg in my mashed potatoes. Just a brick of solid cheese, no grating. My favorite thing, my brother and I, my dad would always go to the market and we'd have Sunday dinner, and my dad would always ask, like, he's like, hey, for next weekend, what do you guys want? I remember my brother one time turned to my dad and he goes, I want a block of cheddar. Don't cut it. Just give me a block of cheddar. I want to bite into it and put it back in the fridge. I'll never forget that. My brother, he had like a game plan of how he wanted to consume this block of cheddar. He's like, I'm not gonna put it on anything. I'm just gonna go to the fridge, take a hunk, eat a, like, bite a hunk out of it, put it back, and that's it. Ever tried French fries with garlic and Parmesan cheese? Oh God, yeah. There's a place in Metro Detroit called here, just so you all can see this as well. I went back into the replay. 42 stacks for Falstead. 42 stacks. So, oops, no one saw that. No one saw anything. It doesn't even matter. We have 42 stacks for the Falstead. So we have 49 or less. 49 or less. There we go. Reading chat without your glasses and sunglasses on is extremely hard. But there's a place called Hopcat in Metro Detroit, and they have something called crack fries, which I think they are French fries with garlic and Parmesan cheese. I'm pretty sure that's what they are. All right, so clip it. Clap it. Okay. Oh, I'm still in this one. Tasted those fries in Bavaria 2 weeks ago. It was delicious. Oh, yeah. Well, I got the payout. Let's go, doubters. Where am I? What am I doing? Who am I? All right, players didn't swap sides. That's always good. Oh, man, my elbow. All right, I really badly need to run to the bathroom, so give me 1 second. Okay, I know what our prediction's going to be. Just give me 1 more second. Okay. All right. Okay, give me 1 second. I have to run to the bathroom really, really bad. We've had a lot of fluids today, so I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We'll get into casting in 30 seconds. BRB. Let's go ahead and get into another map. We're going to jump into Infernal Shrines next. All right, thank you for the redemption on the cool Bahamut. Let's go ahead and put our glasses back on so I can read and see things properly. So, start prediction. How many level 1 stacks for KT by end? Let's say 55 or more, 54 or less. Get your gambles in, ladies and gentlemen. I will start the game. I'll get us in here, and we'll do some Twitch predictions. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Division A West of CM After Dark versus Cool Cats and Kittens. CM After Dark is going to be up in this series with, well, after map number 1, and we'll see them pick up Tiger on the Imperious, Punisher on the Stukov, Wanus on the Kael'thas, Yanners on the Falstead, and Ice on the Varian. Sergeant Hammer to be played by Pushover, Beowulf on the Junkrat, Horvath on the Joanna, Lub on the Anduin, and Crazy on the Sonya. That'll be the draft for the side of Cool Cats and Kittens. Let me start the prediction. How many stacks for Kael'thas by the end of the game? He's going to go Mana Addict. It's an uncapped quest. Get your gambles in, ladies and gentlemen. You got a minute and a half. Minute and a half or so to get your gambles in on how many stacks Kael'thas will get. It is It is Infernal Shrines. It is a large map with a lot of double soaking, a lot of regeneration globes between the mid to bottom rotations, so we'll see how that works out for Weenus. But if you'd like to go ahead and get some fun gambles in, now's the time to do it. Will it be a 2-0 series, or do we head to a map 3? We're going to find out here through Battlefield of Infernal Shrines. Sergeant Hammer doing hammer things in bottom lane, just pushing up the wave, getting as many of the spider mines out and ready to go, especially in the corridor here, just to check the rotation. Varian into the top lane. Interesting. We'll have Imperious main tanking with the allies around. Junkrat Concussion Mine. Triggered, but not getting any displacement. Stuke off with the Lurking Arm to push back the Sergeant Hammer. Celestial Charge going to be shy as we have... Just hold on, do Spider Mines slow baseline? I don't think so. Grade 3 Spider Mines, that arm, dealing... Oh, they do! Okay, because I was like, did Imperious's model start to slow down? I'm like, is that really from Spider Mines? Okay. I did not know baseline did slow. Today I learned. That's it? 1,000 to 1.7? Come on, chat. I believed in you. You were supposed to be the chosen one. Do I have an Elgato mic as well? I do. I use it for my cooking streams. During my like these streams, I use a Rode NT NT1. I think it's a Rode NT1 podcaster, and it's an XLR setup, and I have a Mackie Pro FX 8 V2. That's the mixer I use. I like my XLR setup, but I have a Wave 1. I got it back when they were beta testing the microphone, and I did some beta testing for Elgato with casting and stuff. Chosen one! I'm coming! Nice step out from Beowulf, not getting hit with a Celestial Charge right there. Varian did go taunt into the Sonya. If this Varian is solo lane, I would have much preferred to see Smash over taunt, but either way, that's going to be a taunt. Maybe I'm wrong on this. Crazy gets the spin. Is there a Celestial Charge over the wall? Yes, Kael'thas does go down the bottom of our map, but we do see the trade on the top. I think I've used the Elgato Wave. Like, if you are looking for a new microphone, it's worth the cost. They're really, really, really good microphones. I very much recommend them. If you're looking for like a USB microphone, I definitely recommend the Elgato Wave. It depends, Cab. What do you like? What's your price that you want to spend? Like, do you want to go and use an XLR setup and do, you know, the pin sort of setup with like the XLR microphones, or do you just want something USB wise you can plug in and use? If you want something very, very simple, just go with a Yeti Blue. If you want to go a step above, I would say look into the Elgato Wave 1 or 3. And then if you really want to go beyond that, then you want to look into like XLR setups and stuff like that. Just depends on what you want to use it for. That's the big thing at the end of the day. Which mic would you recommend and why is it associated with Corsair? I mean, Elgato and Corsair are brother and sister companies, so... Or I guess Elgato is technically a sister company of Corsair if you really want to break it down, but seriously, no. I mean, the Elgato Wave it's a fantastic microphone. I'd recommend it to anybody. As I said, if you want to hear what it sounds like, I use one on my cooking stream always. I used one on the last cooking stream, so. Anyways, Sergeant Hammer goes down to the Kael'thas. Living Bomb doesn't get the kill. And Junkrat trying to steal away some of the skeletal defenders. Oh, okay. Anyways, fight will continue through the top lane. Blue Yeti's the same price as the Wave 1. Wave is better. Oh, absolutely. No, I would not disagree with you, Hostile. I would say that what it boils down to is like the level of intricacy you can get with the Wave. That's the big thing, because when you get a Yeti Blue, you just plug that bad boy in and you're done. When you plug in the Wave, you have the extra application, which really gives you a lot of control over the microphone and what you can do. So that's the big thing. It's really like how much plug and play value do you want? If you want to plug and play and not worry about anything, do the Yeti Blue. If you want to really have a lot more in-depth control, go with the Elgato Wave. That's my 2 cents. Considering starting streaming yourself in addition to some call sessions and the MS Teams are similar. Oh. These are some weird team names if you are me and can't read. I mean, if you look at the stream title, it has the full names right there. CM After Dark, Cool Cats and Kittens. It may or may not look really, really close to a different word. And I wouldn't be surprised if they did it on purpose. Stream title doesn't help me because you can't read. That's fair. You know, it makes me very nervous that you are, you're creating world-saving drugs and you can't read. That makes me nervous. One thing you need to consider is the room that you plan to do activities in because it'll affect the mic. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. It also depends on how close your microphone is to your face, too. Pyroblast on to crazy, but I think they're fine. The drugs can't read either. That's fair. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. I mean, my desk is, like, there's a wall, like, 5 feet in front of me, and I kind of have, like, a concave amount of monitors. But I am, like, 6 inches away from my microphone, so I don't have a lot of reverb and stuff like that. I also have some other little things, like, I have, like, a limiter, I have a noise gate, so I have all these things also. I have noise suppression as well added to my microphone to, you know, if the fans in the background won't be picked up, or, you know, if I lean away from the mic and sneeze, it might not pick up. All I need to make drugs is lots and lots of math. Oh, we don't do it. That's something we don't do here ever. Sony to go down by the Falstad. We have 14 stacks on the Kael'thas right now, as we are 7 minutes into the Infernal Shrines map number 2 in the third best of 3 of the day. Also, King Andrew, good to see you, bud. I hope you're having a good day. Okay, Sergeant Hammer just clearing things up. If you aren't swallowing your mic, are you even casting? God, I have, not to be, I mean, I was gonna say not to be judgmental, but it's a judgmental comment. I've rated some people who, like, it literally sounds like they're just eating their microphone. I'm just like, dude, just add a limiter on your mic. It's not hard. It's literally like, even if you're like, well, I use slobs, not OBS. Slobs added limiters to their audio devices, if I'm not mistaken. That's the biggest tip I can give to people, is add a limiter onto your microphone and your audio. Gus from the Falstad right there. Maybe saving Weenus, not enough. The Nexus forces find the kill. The Riptire from the Junkrat connecting onto Yonners. Doesn't get the kill, but it does drop Yonners to 50%. I don't think the Johanna will find enough damage right there. Massive shove not connecting from Punisher, and Beowulf able to back away. Yeah, Cab, I think you'd be fine. I would say just go with like a wave 1, to be honest. I think you could easily get away with a wave 1. You think about putting it above you? I would say your microphone should be directly in front of you, typically. I wouldn't say above, because just the way that people talk typically. I don't know if I would consider putting it above you. But that's just me. I've never been a fan of having mics above. I know there's tons of streamers that do that, but I've just never been a fan of that position. $13 talent tier advantage to the side of CM After Dark. We have Beowulf getting taunted. That does trigger the Dirty Trickster, and we do have Varian Falstad going down. Sonya was leaping in, so it is going to be a massive trade in favor for the side of... Oh, Stukov needs one auto. Stukov needs one auto. He drops the Lurking Arm, the Leap of Faith. It's a Kaimo Cleanse. Weenus does go down the bottom of our screen, and we do see pushover pushing down the Skeletal Defenders. You're missing the XP there? No one missed experience. No, I think I follow you, yeah. That's just me. That's just me. I mean, like, as I said, there's tons of streamers out there who... Like, everyone's got a different setup. Like, though, like if another streamer sat down at my PC, they would set up all the monitors probably differently than how I have mine set up for like how I cast and everything. Yeti Blues are very hot mics. Turn the gain button on the mic all the way down and use the software to manage and balance it otherwise. I mean, you also have to keep in mind when you're using these microphones, you also have to keep in mind that, yes, there is gain, whether it be on the microphone or maybe in a separate application, or maybe even, for example, on my mixer. Like, I have a gain on my mixer, but you also have Windows gain, and you also have to manage that. Like, if you have your gain set on the device, but your Windows microphone setting is 100%, it's gonna sound like shit. So it's one of those things to also consider, is that Windows has its own gain settings for your microphones, and you have to keep those in mind when you are considering your overall setup. Joanna pops the Blessed Shield, but it's more of a disengage tool just to make sure that she gets out without taking any sort of critical life damage. Blues also have 3 pattern setting, but all 3 suck. Says you! I don't know, Hostile, you seem a little biased to me! Use Voice Meter Banana and check out the levels. Yeah, basically, when I was using a Yeti, I used Voice Meter in my Yeti. When I use the Elgato Wave now for my cooking streams, I just use the application in the actual, the PC application. And then, of course, for these the regular streams, I have my XLR mic. And I have my, Mackie mixer. So. Oh. Yeah, Banana's cool. He said too. I still think you're biased. No, actually, I have a Yeti. I still have my old Yeti. Oh shit, Hostile, I thought of you yesterday when I was watching someone stream. Someone had their Yeti, and it was like, the side of the mic where you talk right into was like, it was like 25 degrees rotated away. Like, the dude was talking into the side of the microphone. Because I could see the bottom and the top, and he was talking into the side. And I thought of you immediately, and I was laughing. Oh, God. I got such a chuckle out of it when I saw that. There was a GDQ runner who had their microphone set kind of the similar way, and Hostile sent me like a screenshot, like, oh my God, how could you? But it is kind of true. It's like one of those things, like you're on the GDQ stage and your microphone's nearly backwards. You should draw the Mackie Man stuff. You're also a trained audio engineer. You're also a cutie. Okay. Alright, so next objective, Arcane top lane. What are we at with Kael'thas stacks? 27. He's working his way up to that 55 mark. Push over, just continuing to siege through the skeleton defenders. The assumption is that this will go over to the side of Cool Cats and Kittens with the way that they've got just overall control of the objective area. Falstead's still soaking mid. Is it possible to have sound on boxes while using a mic without feedback? I don't understand the question. Talk about a $100 USB mic. Well, the thing that we're comparing is we're comparing the Elgato versus the Yeti. That's the difference, because the price is very, very similar, but when you talk about like actual like audio quality, that's what we're getting into, is the difference. Oh yeah, like, and as I was joking around, like, Hostile might be a little biased for maybe a particular reason. Just maybe. You know, it's, at the end of the day, it's who you want to give your money to. I mean, there's people out there who will swear by those Logitech, what is it, AT22s or whatever? There's people who will swear by those ones. I've never used them, so I can't talk about it. I've used a Wave, I've used a Yeti, and I've used this Rode, and out of the 3, I personally like the Rode the most, but the Yeti, if I had to ditch my XLR setup, I would go right back to a Elgato microphone immediately. You find the Elgato better for the money? Yeah, I would agree. I would definitely agree. Like, audio-wise, program-wise. Also, there's a sale. There's a sale right now on the Elgato mic right now. I think it's like $69.99 or something like that on Amazon. I swear I just saw an announcement of some sort of sale for the Elgato Wave 1. Wave is 100. Hostile, isn't there a sale right now? There's a pretty nice sale. I'm like, I swear to God I saw it in the Elgato, unless the sale was like a day or something like that. But I swear to God I saw it in the Elgato Discord. I thought I saw it. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, there's a sale. So if you want to pick up if you want to pick up a good microphone for really cheap, right now is the time to do it. Thank you, Uther. Like, I would say, like, if you're thinking about it, I would say now's the time to do it. I don't know when's the next time they're going to go ahead and do a sale on the microphone. They might do a holiday sale. They might do a Black Friday sale. But, I mean, $69.99 for a Wave 1? That's way worth it to me. Like, it's not my money, but if it was, I would go with that. Zero reason to get a Yeti. But, bro, it looks cool and everyone knows what kind of microphone I have? Duh. Honest to God, if you want to hear what it sounds like, just go jump around the last cooking stream I did. It should be highlighted as well, so it shouldn't be disappearing or anything like that. But if you jump around the last cooking stream I did, you can hear the different audio of me, like, in the kitchen. Well, the Wave 1 didn't exist when I bought the Yeti. Boom! Boom, Hostile! Get wrecked! Can you imagine? Can you imagine being either of these teams and watching back the VOD and being like, oh man, someone's gonna cast my game and actually pay attention? No, I've just been talking about microphones for 16 minutes straight. 39 stacks for the 40 stacks for the Kael'thas, 46 for the Falstad. We've got the Taster Explosions nearly halfway through for the Junkrat, no Subdue for the Joanna, and 3 stacks in the Piercing Light for the Anduin. 20 talent tier apiece. We have our next objective, Frozen Punisher bottom lane. The map is looking really good for the side of Cool Cats and Kittens to take us to a map number 3. What's the difference between 1 and 3? That I don't know the answer to. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, on the Elgato website, I think they have a chart that compares the two. Like, if you go to the Wave 1 and then scroll all the way to the bottom, I think there's usually a chart that compares the two microphones. I want my $70 back, Hostile, if I can't hear a difference. The difference between 1 and 3 is 2. That is true. Leap of Faith onto the Sergeant Hammer. She's trying to boost her. She doesn't live. Oh, I forgot about her level 4. Or I forgot about the Neo-Steel plate coating. Neo-Steel plating. Sorry, Neo-Steel plating. I forgot about this. I forgot about this. I forgot about it. 50 armor because they were in siege mode. I was like, why is Hammer stopping? Like, maybe they've just given up. They know they're gonna die. Anyways, Light Bomb from the Anduin, Leap in from the Sonya. A lot of damage onto the Imperious. He's so low. Tiger gets body blocked by an ally and does go down to the Anduin. Oh my god, the level 20. Indestructible saves the Joanna. She's gonna be able to back away and hearth that with a little bit of HP, as we have the objective still being contested by both sides. Imperious may be dead for 50, but Uther, excuse me, not Uther. The Falstad, I was looking at chat for a second. The Falstad's able to poke in with some hammerings here and there. Beowulf getting taunted and will go down. 3 has the ability to change some settings and capacitive mute. Oh yeah, 3 has the really cool mute button where it's like, it's not actually, you don't like push it in. It just like, you like tap it like it's like almost like how you'd like tap a phone screen to like unlock your phone or something. It's really cool because you don't actually have like the plunging noise in the microphone of you muting. Something that you actually have in the Yeti. Like if you mute the Yeti, there's a noise that you can hear. Yes, their butts, thanks. Oh, butts butt, okay. Alrighty. CM After Dark, they've killed the Junkrat. He's dead for 15. They've got the Punisher. Is this game ending 19 minutes in? Here comes the Varian, the Leap of Faith from the Anduin. Does have the Glyph of Faith. We can actually check and see what the cooldowns look like for the Anduin. He's got one charge in about 27 seconds. Wow, Pushover getting a chunk of damage from the Kael'thas. We also do have 50 stacks. Nearly 50 stacks for Weenus right now. He's encroaching onto that 55 mark. If The believers are starting to feel good, but this might be game right here. Punisher, actually, maybe it's not. Punisher's really low. I don't think they have enough to end after this. The defense is pretty good from the side of Cool Cats and Kittens. I fart hard. Thanks for the follow. Glad you're enjoying the content. Sonya leaps in after the light bomb expires. There's the wind tunnel. Sonya goes down. Is this enough to end? Sergeant Hammer getting massively shoved over into the top lane, but it does not seem like CM After Dark want to end here. They do, they don't, they do, they don't, they do, they don't, they do, they don't. I can't tell what CM After Dark actually wants to do. Camps for Gamba. Hey, it's another stack for Weenus. 51. He only needs 4 more regeneration globes. Didn't get that one in mid lane. Imperious, awkward. What if... What if Kittens is just shy of the bet because of that one mid lane globe? That would be fucking comical. Trying to end level 20 versus Hammer is tough here. Oh, absolutely, I agree, absolutely. Another kill, light bomb, there's Celestial Charge. Okay, Indestructible once again saving the Jonah. That's the second time Indestructible has saved her. Pyroblast, did I see a Pyroblast? Maybe it was on the Joanna, I'm not 100% sure. Weenus reminds me of a Protoss with 4 legs and a laser beam. I guess if you really break it down, hands are like legs, so yeah, Tassadar definitely does have 4 legs and a beam. Weenus rhymes with Wanus, yes. I don't know. Weenus doesn't really rhyme with anything. Okay, next Punisher, Arcane. Getting late game here. Kael'thas dead for 17, 52 stacks. It also rhymes with Menace. Menace. Jesus. Oh, God. Alright, Falstad to clear bottom lane. He'll have flight to be able to join into the ally crew. Top lane is going to be having the Fallen Shaman pushed up a little bit, but already cleared before it arrives to the fort. Positionally, this is looking good for the side of Cool Cats and Kittens. Everyone on the side of... Oh, wait, are they trying to backdoor? Falstad's showing. Junkrat's hearthing. Varian showing, Falstad showing. They're going for it. They're going for it, but I don't think this is gonna work out. Celestial Charge. Oh no, the root! Kael'thas trying to put in some damage. There's the Wind Tunnel from the Falstad, pushing back the Light Bomb from the Endo and Angelic Armament. There's gonna be the Pyroblast as well. Riptire. Does he have extra oomph? No, because he's got no cooldown after hitting 2 enemy heroes. Massive shove from the Stukov. I'm not sure about the call. Granted, no Skeletal Defenders have even spawned, so this kind of is fine. This is kind of fine. Sonya's still showing in bottom. This is working out good for CM After Dark, actually. If Sonya's not here, this could be an offset or an uneven fight in favor for our blue team. Varian goes in for the charge. Celestial, chastised by his own son, actually. Varian just eats that just to pad stats. Falstad clearing out the wave, making sure it doesn't get too built up. Skeletal Defenders quickly going over to the side of Cool Cats and Kittens. CM After Dark, they've got to pull the trigger here on a fight. Varian tries to go in, chastised once again. Falstad working on the catapult. Wind Tunnel into the wall, really good disengage from the Light Bomb. Celestial Charge pushed back by the Sergeant Hammer. She pops the armor immediately, push over, taking a lot of damage. Riptire from the Junkrat, gets some damage. Leap of Faith, not going to be coming through in time as the Kael'thas does go down. Massive shove from the Stukov, pushes Junkrat back, which triggers out the Taste for Explosions. No, not Taster Explosions. The Dirty Trickster. Condemn from Joanna. She's got the slow from the level 4 subdue. Taunt from the variant. That's going to be enough. Oh, this time it does not save her. The third time is not the charm. And it is going to be Falstad working on the objective. 2-1 in kills favoring the side of CM After Dark. Let's see, Kael'Thas up in 25. 53 stacks for Kael'Thas. I don't know if this Punisher ends, to be honest, due to the fact of the fort still being up, the hammer's about to be up in 10 seconds. Like, I think this is defendable for the side of Cool Cats and Kittens. Icex is just trying to eat some of the frag launcher grenades from the Junkrat. Kael'Thas just now respawning. He's going to go into mid lane and catch that soak coming through. Punisher top lane. Guaranteed to take down the fort. What value do they get beyond that? Falstad checks the bush and the camp with the hammering. Actually, more of the camp, actually, as he does get hit with the steel trap from the Junkrat. Kael'Thas, he's joining into the allied team. 1 stack away for Kael'Thas. He's 1 stack away. Assumed. Assumed he gets this stack right here? Yes, okay. 1 stack away, ladies and gentlemen, for Kael'Thas. Let's see. Can he get a singular globe? Tiger steps up. Ice looking to deal some damage here. The Keep is starting to take some significant damage as well as we have the Punisher dropping to around 40%. Junkrat throwing in frag launcher grenade after frag launcher grenade. Mid lane has a really good wave coming up as well. Punisher jumps. That's a lot of damage right into Yawner's dropped to 50%. Taunt from the Varian will be onto 1. Kael'Thas misses the gravity lapse as we have a very low Joanna trying to back away. We do have Wind Tunnel from the Falstad. Leap in from Sonya. She's looking for some damage. Celestial Charge from the Imperious. Pyroblast from Venus. Can Crazy get in? Yes, they can. Concussion Mine splits Yawners. We do have a Living Bomb onto the Junkrat, who tries to throw more frag launcher grenades back. That's a spear from Sonya, and Kael'Thas goes down. 56 stacks. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's not like the CCL Finals, is it? Is it the CCL? Oh, Falstad flies in. Okay. Mid lane camp value for Sonya? Absolutely. Core on the left is starting to fall. There's Kael'Thas Imperious dead. Joanna wants this. Oh my god, Joanna wants this. Sergeant Hammer sets up. Hover sieges in a little bit. Massive shove pushes her away. She immediately boosts back into position. Drops into the lurking arm. That's going to be Dirty Trickster triggered from the Junkrat. We have the Joanna going down to the Falstad. Excuse me, the Falstad going down to the Joanna. And this is going to be map number 2 over to the side of Cool Cats and Kittens. A 27-minute map. Well fought, well played. Oh, Falstad had some nice stacking. How many level 1 stacks for Kael'Thas by the end? Choose outcome. Kael'Thas had 55 or more. 55 or more for Kael'Thas. What a payout. A 1 to 6.35 payout. Nice stacking for the Falstad. Alrighty. Alrighty, everybody. Alrighty. Map number 3. That's good. This is a good series. This is a good series. Did I miss any alerts during that game? No, just I fart hard to follow the stream. What a name. What a name. Map 3, ladies and gentlemen. Map number 3. Let's do, we should do a boss prediction for this one. Let's do a boss prediction for this one. Ooh, this is a good draft. Look at this draft. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, let's see. Let's set up the prediction. Start prediction. Which team gets first boss? CM, AD, the name that kind of looks like cock, or no boss. Take it. All right. We'll have 2 minutes on the gamble. Let's go ahead and get into the game. Can't see the draft. Well, good news. You can see the draft right now, homie. On the left-hand side, we have the members of Chili Mountain. We have Clouded Minds After Dark. We have Tiger on the Dahaka, Punisher on the Anduin, Venus on the Tychus, Yanners on the Junkrat, Ice on the Joanna. On the side of Cool Cats and Kittens, we've got Lub on the Brightwing, Pushover on the Cassia, Beowulf on the Nazebo, Crazy on the Eric, Olaf, and Balog, and Horvath on the May. As I had said, there's a Twitch prediction. Get it in! Which team will get the first boss of the game? The boss is right here. Anyone freeing Harrison Jones? Anyone? No. No one will. There's your level 1s. Get your gambles in. You have a minute 45. Get your gambles in map number 3, in our third best of 3, of who will get the first boss. How do these teams draft so fast? Skill. Absolute skill. Amazing skill from these teams. Drag from Dahaka does connect onto one. That is right there. First blood. In favor for the side of our cool Clouded Mind, After Dark. You want to say Chili Mountain because of the CM. There's no juice in this game, not until Friday, when we have some stream juice all day. Double kills so far for the side of Clouded Minds After Dark. They're doing a great job starting out here on Sky Temple for map number 3. Ouch. Teleport just to die. Life as a healer. Reminds me of when I was... it's just a Viking. Reminds me of when I casted the Dota International, and I forget who it was that in chat was like, oh yeah, I think it was Mitch, was just like, oh yeah, like the healers in Dota too, they're like literally sacrificed every fight. And it was so funny because like I pulled up like the death stats and I was like, holy shit, this guy's died 10 times. And they like, and then like, I think it was Mitch was like, yeah, no, that's pretty standard in Dota too. Like the healer gets immediately blown up and then the actual fight begins. It's really weird. Oh, by the way, does anyone know when the International is? It should be soon, shouldn't it? Isn't it in the fall? Or am I crazy? Is it in the spring or is it in the fall? I don't know if anyone knows when the International is. I always like watching it just because of the size of the, event and stuff. It's like watching the League of Legends Worlds. Oh, no. Oh! If that Brightwing phase shift through, that might have been a double kill realistically. Good siege continuing in through the bottom lane. Concussion Mine does go out from the Junkrat. Not going to be able to pull anyone over. Ice getting a little bit low here, but the Siege Giant finds decent value. Our first objective phase will be announced here in roughly 10 seconds. Up for contestation in 40. Double temple phase will be coming through. Dahaka looking for a drag. Doesn't find any, or doesn't actually go for anything. Wasn't even looking for a drag. Sorry, my apologies. I glanced away for a second. Lurker strain value right there from Dahaka. More toads from Nazebo. He's building out that baseline stacking. 37 stacks on his Voodoo Ritual. We got 36 on the... Oh god, Spider Colony? Widowmakers at level 1. And he also went into the Big Voodoo at level 4. Gonna have some extra health and mana, I believe. See those bonuses amplified by that level 4. 7 talent tier. Gonna be faster for the side of CM After Dark. And doing looking for the Chastise. No connection. Ooh, that knock into the wall. Okay, it actually didn't get the mini gust, if you will. Shots still coming out in favor for Dahaka through top. Actually, he steps off the point. I don't know. Oh, maybe he's looking to push up the wave a little bit before he goes back to getting temple shots. But one of the Vikings is going to invade onto the camp. Oh, no, there's also... Okay, I didn't see it because of the model icons on the minimap. There is a camp that Dahaka wants to clear out. But I feel like the temple shots are a little more prioritized as the Olaf goes down to the temple shots in top lane. Balog goes down to the Dahaka. Little leap of faith onto the Tychus, as we do have a Chastise out from Anduin. No piercing light from level 4 for him. We actually are going to be seeing Moral Compass, so the increased auto attack range. Do you guys remember when this used to be a Gambit talent by accident? The passive, you would lose the passive 1.1 when you died. So this was, I love this because I used to call it the accidental Gambit talent for Anduin. That was a weird bug. Dahaka getting pushed around in top. He's gonna, ooh, wait, hold on. He might have set up a kill into the Mei. The phase shift does come through. Icing out, and Mei is alive. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, Junkrat trying to push back the Olaf as an Eric goes down in top. Actually, might have been Eric dead in mid. Yeah, Eric was dead in mid. He died to the Nexus forces, unfortunately. So early game, not looking the best for the Vikings, as they've lost 4 Vikings. So that's 1 full death, each Viking being a quarter kill. You can actually see the experience breakdown. 1,583 extra experience over to the side of Chili Mountain, Jesus Christ. Clouded Mines after dark. You spend 4 seasons talking about Chili Mountain, your brain just forgets. Speaking of, like, man, there's a bunch of CCL teams that I wonder if they're going to even try and... like old CCL teams to try and jump into the Heroes International. Like, we know that 30K signed up. I heard a rumor that Wildheart and Diamond Hands are signing up, but I wonder if anyone else is going to be trying. I wonder if Oxygen will sign up or anything. Well, I guess you also have to consider the fact of EU and NA, and that is the other factor, too, I'm forgetting about. Because not all of those rosters were NA-based, and I forget that the Heroes International Qualifier this Saturday and Sunday at 11 a.m. PDT, 2 o'clock EDT, 20 CEST is going to be NA only. There is that factor I did forget. Icing onto Punisher, taking a bit of damage. Light Bomb eaten by the Cryo Freeze. Good Cassia Fen finds the kill. Now we'll push over, be able to back away. That's going to be a Ball Lightning, a Blink Heal from Brightwing, some Volleyball to be played, another Viking to fall. Ah, it's a ride, it's a rocket ride. But it doesn't get a kill. It doesn't get a kill. Icing in from the Mei, Draken Laser Drill down from the Venus, and he's not going to be able to find any kill with that one. Bottom lane Temple up and available here in 15 seconds. They're entering a different name, yeah. Well, you also have to realize that Benny literally can't play in this qualifier. Benny literally cannot play in this qualifier because he's in EU. The NA qualifier is literally only NA. So it is region locked for these qualifiers. That is the other factor too. Like, we're not going to see Hazuabs. We could see like Cure and Liam, but we're not going to see like Hazuabs or Nick. Oh, the tournament in general. Sorry, my apologies. I misunderstood. That's my fault. Ball Lightning sets up the kill. Nazebo is going to be able to follow up with the Ravenous Spirit. Fended from pushover. Not looking like a pushover right now. Ice Wall from the Mei. What's the follow-up? Blizzard? Might have been a little bit late, but the zombie wall's on point, and it doesn't matter because it's a triple kill to the side. Make it a quadra kill. Tiger getting low. Mei wants the icing. A little bit of damage. Oh, the Lightning Fury shy. Now I have to go listening to Mattress. Thanks for the tips. Listening to the Mattress. Oh, do you have to go to bed? Anyways, thanks for hanging out, Cab.
Hero slain. Red team has crushed the fall.
All right, bottom lane for it to fall in favor for the side of Cool Cats and Kittens. Why are we tagging Shy? What are we doing? Camp on the left to be grabbed. Dahaka to work on maybe killing a Viking in top. Well, either way, the Eric does go down to the Junkrat in mid lane. camp to be grabbed over here. Junkrat checking with a frag launcher grenade. But I think he did see the Mei over here in the bush on the right hand side. I'm not actually sure. I'm honestly not even sure if they saw the Mei. She steps in, Blizzard on the ground. Venus jumps out and he gets the channel. Dahaka pushes up top. There's a Viking. Play again. Not play it again. I don't want someone to come on my stream and complain about that. Every time you say something is just shy, I can't help myself. That's fair. That's fair. Ooh. Just shy of being shy on that shy attack onto Dahaka, but they still get the kill shy of him getting away. Something like that, Mel? Boss to be grabbed by the side of Clouded Minds After Dark, Draken Laser Drill, but here comes Brightwing. She does not have Irma win. There's going to be a, oh my god, it's stolen! The boss is stolen by the members of Cool Cats and Kittens. Cool Cats and Kittens steals the boss and finds a double kill. The Dahaka just about to respawn. Choose outcome. Which team gets first boss? Cool Cats and Kittens steal the boss away. Viled. Absolutely viled. Cryo freeze to buy a moment here, but still the Mei will go down. My points! No! It's okay. It's okay. Alright. Nazebo channeling bottom. This will get shots on the top lane fort, as that is still available. Once the top lane fort goes down, bottom lane shots will prioritize bottom lane keep, which boss will expire after getting the keep front gate. So the assumption, ooh, mid lane shots as well. Those will go to mid lane keep once this top lane fort expires. But since the mid lane shots are going out, that speeds up that top lane going down. And in totality, we are going to be... see, this is where I always loved Grubby's knowledge. I would say that the keep falls, but I bet Grubby would be like, 10%. And let's see. Well, is my mental Grubby correct, or am I correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Blue team has crushed.
Ah, I'm right, Grubby. He's not here to defend himself. Ice Wall, insane value. Yeah, oh yeah, that Ice Wall on the boss, absolutely, yeah. Okay, top lane keep, or bottom lane keep falls. 8 to 9 in our kills. It's tense. 101 stacks for Nazebo. Oh, my apologies. I had looked away, and that's going to be Junkrat getting annihilated by Cassia. When's boss up? 2 minute 45. Oh, excuse me. Is this like a slow... It's like a slow step up through bottom lane while the Junkrat's dead. I kind of like this. I mean, Vikings are doing Viking things elsewhere, so why not just push up the lane that has an exposed... the exposed lane. Ooh, rotation into mid. Cassia dives on to Venus Ball Lightning. Oh, no. Venus went into cryo freeze and woke up with a ghost next to him. Venus basically just lived through Jason X. Kinda sorta Jason X. You know what? I'll just let me have it. Light bomb maybe onto 3. There's an isolation onto Cassia. She's trying to back away. Excuse me. Cassia lives.
Blue team's core is under attack.
Meanwhile, in bottom lane, there's those siege giants, the catapults. That's what I was talking about. An exposed lane. Cassie and friends to get the camp. Sorry, my...
Soon they shall fall in my glory.
Just, like... throat dried out. Iron Skin popped by the Joanna. She's playing into the corner a little bit to back away. Condemned from ice. Getting the slow onto 2 of the Vikings. They do have play again if they want to try and pop that. Eric is on a death timer of 40-some seconds. Venus getting low. Cassia with the fend. Great play from members of Cool Cats and Kittens as they siege in through the top lane. The ice wall does not connect. The spiders won't go through the gate. Next temple phase is active here. Looking good the side of Cool Cats and Kittens. They could go for both. Cassia using the Lightning Fury to just poke at this fort front gate. Did Dahaka just walk through the ice wall? I saw the same thing. I think it might have just missed him, and then, like, it had already, like, the animation had happened, so it looked like he was, like, walking through it. Oh, Rocket Ride as a self-cleanse, so he does not die. Gets a bit of damage on a pushover. But as I mentioned, top lane shots, bottom lane shots, these are all going to be taking down these keeps. Will they take down Core? Ooh, it's possible, actually. This might be Core through Vikings. This might be Core through Vikings. No, not completely. Not completely. I think, I don't think there's enough damage between the two temples to take this down. One of the Vikings in the bottom lane will be pushed off by the Dahaka. So we only have one temple getting shots out. 5 more left from the top. Actually, if they got bottom as well, I think that would have been game. I think that would have been narrowly game, if not game. You walk through it, it's a bug with things that let you walk through heroes. Oh, Jason X, that would have been a good Gamescom pick for this year. Jason in space! Yeah, pretty much. All right, well, Dahaka goes down. The shots do expire. Boss again? The sheep. The sheep in the silence. Oh, God. Crush Mine splits the enemy around a little bit here. Okay, Joanna's going in. They want this. This is, I would say, nearly a final stand, but that's an ice wall. There's a Rocket Ride. Great damage from Rocket Ride. Play again from Vikings. They've already used it. 90 seconds on that one. What did they take at 20? They did take the sequel, reduce the lost Viking death timer by 50%, so there's that. Boss in through bottom, icing in from the Mei. Yawners might be the target. Polymorph available? No. Oh, we have the Hush from Brightwing from level 16. Slows from the Mei. Yeah, she's got this kill. Pushes the Joanna into the boss. Ooh, Lubs goes down. And I said it was a Joanna death, and I'm wrong on that one, actually. But the boss is very healthy. Isolation, Contagion, spreads to 2. Junkrat goes down. Crazy on the Eric is trying to step in and get a little bit extra damage onto the core. Icing in from the Mei, Nazebo stepping in. Ladies and gentlemen, I do think this is going to be map number 2 over to the side of Cool Cats and Kittens. A fantastic best of 3 series here. But Boss is going to be the winning factor for the members of Cool Cats and Kittens. Beowulf, did you finish your stacks? No, doesn't even matter. GG, well played.